All right, it's Wednesday. Federal budget came out yesterday. You can almost pinpoint the exact moment in time when the budget actually came out on the 5-year bond yields. So not much of a difference on your fixed rates based off of the budget. In this video, we're going to go over a couple of things with the budget, but what the budget doesn't have in it is actually going to be a little bit more important to your pocketbook, and we're going to take a look at that right now. The budget had nothing in it to try and lower your grocery bills and the prices that you're paying for food in Canada, which is sad because this dovetails to another article. Because of a shortage of chicken, expect chicken prices to go up from 20 to 25% of an increase there in chicken prices. So grocery bills are still going to be going up, and they have no plan to stop that anytime soon. Let's take a look at some of the things in the budget. So of course, you probably read $78.3 billion budget, so quite substantial. Now there are some things in there that are not so good. There are some unfortunate cuts to public sector workers, about 16,000 positions, so 4.5% of the workforce, to try and save some money because of this budget. Now that's not good. We don't want people to lose their jobs. We need Canadians employed. We need Canadians to feel job stability. So this adds a bit more uncertainty. It's one of the reasons why I think yields were going down instead of up. There's this part, as in this is going to cause some unemployment, which is deflationary. But there's also this part. The oil and gas emissions cap is likely going to be scrapped. So that is going to help make Canadian oil a little cheaper and a little bit more competitive on the global market. So by getting rid of that, you might see some cheaper oil prices. Anytime there's a tax or a cap or any of this stuff, it always ends up being paid for by the consumers. So a little bit of that happening is going to make a bit of a difference there. That might be the other reason why we saw bond yields dropping yesterday, is this effect on the oil sector in Canada. Let's take a look at a couple of other things. Looks like we have some projects to try and stimulate the economy as well. We have a $115 billion major infrastructure projects. That's going to create a lot of jobs just based off of that, and a lot of contracts. $25 billion for new housing incentives. So they're really trying to get that cheaper housing in Canada. We'll see how effective that is. And of course, the allocation of $30 billion to the defense and security. So there's all of that there. And of course, more pledges for productivity and competitiveness. Sure, we'll see how much of this money actually ends up in the pocket of Canadians versus how much of it ends up in the pockets of donors and whatnot. But that's just how it goes. So all in all, when it comes to your mortgage rates today or this week, nothing burger when it comes to the federal budget.